I hope you have enjoyed 10 front-end mentor projects in n hours by Navendu. This was very being in a demand and has been fulfilled today. A great thank to Navendu for completing this. And let us join today for the third day of CSS. And today we will be covering Flexbox, tomorrow Grid, and day after tomorrow also Grid. So please be attentive. We all will be starting in some couple of seconds. Participation certificate will be provided those who fill all the 5 days attendance form, and we will soon share the attendance link via Google form in the YouTube live chat. Hi all, welcome. Today we will be covering Flexbox. So Flexbox is something a very vast topic. For this, I have created a new folder of CSS Flexbox. Let me drag it. I hope we will be able to see the font size. By the time people will join, I have created the two basic file, index.html and style.css. So let me do one thing. We'll open with live server. So please make yourself comfortable. We will be joining in some couple of seconds. Today we will be covering CSS Flexbox. So let me make my setup ready. You all are requested to please be attentive. Don't ask for attendance sheet again and again. It will be in an automated process and will be shared timely. So as you all can see, VS Code is here, and I have open it live with the help of live server. So today we will be covering CSS Flexbox. As you all know, CSS Flexbox and Grid is a very important property of CSS and is being developed in 2015. So Flexbox is just a display property, and as you all can see, so we will do one thing. Uh, Let us do some practical things in order to understand the property and functionalities of CSS Flexbox. For this, let's do a simple. One second. Okay, fine. So I am just linking the style.css. So let's do a simple. Let's prepare a simple div structure in order to understand how CSS Flexbox is actually functioning. CSS Flexbox is actually work on row level element. I will show you how it is working. So in order to understand this, One second. Mm, One second. One second. I'm waiting for some more people to join. So I hope you all have understood the first two class of which is CSS Basics. What we have covered there, and today we will be doing CSS Flexbox, and tomorrow and day after tomorrow we will be. And today we will be covering CSS Flexbox, and let's 1 second. So as you all can see, this is a basic div container of uh, 10 boxes. So let me show you how Flex is working. And for this, let's create a basic. Let's create some basic properties in style. Once again, as you all can see, we have given box size as border box, and as you all can see, two classes has been given here. So we have assigned some properties to this class box, and here we will be assigning individual colors to individual box. See, so going back to the index.html, as you all can see, 1 to 10, every number have two classes. One class we have assigned here, and second class we have taken up for the colors. So CSS Flexbox basically works on row access, as you all can see the output. So let's add the CSS Flex to the container and see what is the change coming. So for this, let's copy it, and we'll have display as flex, and border is 5px solid, and we'll have as you all can see, they have aligned themselves within the box, as we have given a border box and again a box with the border of 5px solid, and the color is golden red. So moving on to the next part, this is basically a flex box Here we have another property in this, where we can have, one second, line flex. As you all can see, the content have covered inside the border. Earlier, as you all can see, it, one second, we'll show you earlier one also. Earlier was the content stays still here, and the box what we have created moves towards the end. So these are the basic properties of CSS Flexbox, how they have arranged themselves inside the box. So we'll do one thing. Uh, let's have height of 100, vertical height. So as you all can see, we have changed from row axis to column axis. Now the height, we have taken the complete height of the page as 100 vertical height. Now what we will be trying to show is the flex direction is in the direction in which the main axis flow, which is the default row. Flex has a default axis of row axis from left to right. So here let's have flex direction as row. As you all can see, nothing will happen. Why? Because it moves in the direction of row only. Now if we change to flex direction column, now you will see the changes. We have changed from left to right to top to down, top to bottom. So there are, let's move to the another property of flex, which is the flex wrap. Why flex wrap is used? We'll do one thing. Let me delete this, save it. We'll show you with the help of example. And what we will do one thing, we'll target box as 300 px. So now what they have done, we the class box, we have given the width as 300 px. So they have arranged themselves with the available space of one box. They have given the size of 300 px. But as you know, we have 10 rows, and 10 multiplied by 300 is 3000. So what they have done, they have distributed the space among 10 rows equally. Now if we don't want this and want our flex item to be 300 px wide, we do it with the help of flex wrap. So as you all can see, let's have flex wrap as wrap. Now one particular box have the space of 300 px, followed by another, and all have the space of 300 px. Here they have not done anything logically, and they have simply given the space of 300 px to each and every item. And the last, and as you all can see, they move themselves to the another item. I hope I am going a little bit slow, but it is for your betterment. Hi Ajay, hi Priti Rekha. So this property is called as flex wrap. Now let's do something different in it. Let me tell you how you can do it. So in box, will have border of 10 px solid black. See, I will do one thing. We will give it as white. So as you all can see, the space or yeah, the margin or the some border has been created around each and every box of 10 px. As you all can see, 10 px solid of white color. This is also another property which you can give very easily. So now moving on to the flex box ordering. Flex box ordering is a way to move the order of your flex item. How? I will show you. So in this box, we will do one thing. Let's do it, and we'll have flex one. Save it. As you all can see, all are aligned. Now, what we will do? We will target box number 3 to flex. No flex. We will do one thing. We will move. We will use order, and we will use order 2. So, as you all can see, read the sequence 1, 2, 4. Now the item number 3 have moved to the end, considering this as 1 to 0. Similarly, you can target box number 5, with order. You can give 5. So as you all can see, it comes after number 3. So this is the property of Flexbox ordering. You can change the order, you can move the content. I hope this is clear to all, as we are covering the Flexbox today completely. So moving on to the next part, which is alignment and centering, as you all can see. So in order to understand alignment and centering, thanks Priti Rekha. So in order to understand alignment and centering, we will first learn alignment and centering. Let us again have some examples in order to understand the property of alignment and centering. One second. So for this, let us have some divs. Let us have some divs. Okay, fine. And we'll move on to this part. And let's have container as display. Oh, container display flex, fine. Get it. And the display flex, fine, perfect. So save it. It comes into the original size. So in this alignment and centering, we have the first topic as justify content. So the justify content, as you all can see, we will be again going through this in the grid also, as this part is a common part in Flexbox and grid. So we will do one thing. Let's have the justify content as flex start. Save it. So as you all can see, nothing has changed more or all. Why? Or in order to understand it, let's have a border also 5p 5px 5px solid, and will have as gold. So as you all can see, we have created a box. Inside this, all the contents, all the items are there. Fine. So we have aligned the content to the flex start. So here we have another property as flex end. So the entire content will move towards the end. Now we have similar in this similar property called center. So as you all can see, and let me tell you one thing, Flexbox is very responsive. It will adjust themselves according to the available space. See, so this is the justify content center. Now let's have the another property as space around. As you all can see, the space around the items, space between the items. And the last property, space evenly they have distributed the space among themselves. Now we have the flex direction, the direction of the main axis. So the flex direction is the direction of the main axis. By default it is row. As I've told you, flex works on row level axis, that is from left to right. Now let's see the settings and then we'll change the flex direction. For this, let's do one thing. As you all can see, what we have done, we have given the first class of the items the box, and all the items are inside the box. We have created a box. The text, all the text have aligned in the center. As you all can see, are in the center. Okay. Padding we have given 10%, 10 px, sorry. Okay. Now as you all can see, container display is flex, justify content is at flex end. So what we will do, we will justify the content to flex start, save it. Now the entire content have moved towards the start of the box. Flex end. The entire content moved towards the end of the box, which we have created. So now let's change the property to center. As you all can see the response. Response will not come. 1 second. See, it's there in the center only. Whatever the size of the web page, they have aligned themselves accordingly. Space between, see the spaces between the items. Now moving on to the next part, which is the align item. To align an item on a cross axis, it is the opposite of justify content. Justify content works on column level, it works on row level. So for this, let's do some basic changes in the properties of CSS. So by default, as you all can see, we have given the font color as white, font size is 100 px, text line as center, padding I have given 10 px. In the container we have, as we are learning flex, we have given flex. The border box we have given, we have created. And we will be doing the with 100 with complete vertical height of the page. So now moving on to the container side. So here you can see nothing will happen. Why nothing will happen? Because they are already in the stretch position. So here let's start. So as you all can see, they have moved toward the start of the box which we have created. Now the same property flex end, they have arranged themselves towards the end. Now the next property is center. They have arranged themselves toward in the center. As it is, as I've told you many times, it is responsive, as you all can see. So one second. So as you all can see, it have aligned themselves to in always in the center. Fine. So now let's have another property. It is not much being used, but will have. As you all can see, the base of all the item is same. So in order to understand this, let me change. So now it is very easy for you to understand. See the start of the digit 1, 2, all the base of all. You all are requested to please focus on the cursor. The base of all are in the same line. See, this is the property which is called as align item baseline. It is a very useful property, as some I have seen some of the sites which are using this property, which have used this property in order to highlight their content one below the another or one after the another. I hope things are very clear now. Things are going clear now. Things are going smooth now. In case anyone have any issues, please ping it up, and we will system will automatically share the attendance sheet. So don't ask for again and again. Fill the attendance form, which will be shared in the YouTube live chat. So moving on to the next part. Second. So moving on to the next part, let's have now we will start with flex container property as align content. It basically align items across the cross axis when there are extra space. So as you all can see, uh, there are spaces. As you all can see, after 10 there is space, below the digits there are space. So in order to utilize the space, some properties has been created. So in order to make it happen, let us change the basic basic HTML structure first. Save it. Then we will change it to So I have done nothing. As you all can see, we have given border box sizing as border box, and here, as you all can see, two classes are there. So we have assigned one class as a color as white, font size 100 px, text line as center. We have given as text shadow, which will help to look the things some more beautiful compared to their natural behavior. And now we have given different color different boxes, and here you all can see, as we are into flex, we have given display as flex, border size as can be solid, color we have given the border color, and flex have slab align content as fetch what we have left earlier. So here, as you all can see, we'll do one thing. We have given the width of 33.33% as what we have covered earlier. So they have used the available space of 33.33% of the available screen, and align themselves, and will have, let me remove it. So as you all can see, displays flex, border size is there, height 100 vertical height, flex strap is strap, fine, perfect. And for the dot box property, we have given the width of 33.33%, perfect. So now, what does this mean? So now we are ready to use the align content property. According to the CSS, it contains a similar set of properties as justify content, what we have covered earlier as flex start, flex end, space around, space between, space evenly. Properties are almost similar in Flexbox and Grid, but how to use it, where to use it is different thing. So now, what we will do, we will have align content as flex start. See what they have used, what they have did. They have utilized the available space and align themselves using the width of 33.33% towards the start of the box. This property is known as flex start. Similarly, flex end, similarly center, space between, space around. Space around, as you all can, space between and space around are very similar, so you need to focus your eye on the contents. This space around, the space, this top space and bottom space are there in space around. So now, I hope these things are coming into your mind. Yes, you can change the order here, Priti Rekha, as what I have told you earlier. With the help of order, here you can have flex 1 and will have box 2, order, let's have 5, and see. The second box which we have targeted, I have moved towards the end. I hope this is clear, Prithvireka. So this shows that people are focused. Thanks. So now moving on to the next part here. Mm, so moving on to the next part, which is the flex item property. Here, in order to understand this thing, let me have one thing. So basically, we have clubbed theoretical with more practical in order to understand and grasp the thing in a very easy manner. Properties are almost same in Flexbox and Grid. As the same property are there, start and center space evenly space around space between. Some uses all, some uses the four property start and center and space around. We'll show you in the grid also. The same properties are available there. So let's have flex item property here. For this, what we will do, let's have 1 second. Let me align the things properly first. So as you all can see, all the content are aligned properly inside the box. So what are we going to cover in this? We'll show you here. Let me increase the sizes. Let me give some extra space. 1 second, 1 second. So as you all can see, what I have given the padding bottom of 200 px extra to item number 2, 20 px to item number 6, and 300 px to item number 9. So this is a very important property. This is a very important property of CSS Flexbox, which will override the entire alignment what we have done or what we have learned till now along the cross axis for an individual item, which is called as the self property. Here you can align self towards the end. See, align self towards the center, align self. Let me see if baseline will not come. Baseline will not come. Align self will have flex. Let's have flex start only, as it's in the start only. So as you all can see, this is a very important property where you can overwrite the complete alignment what you have done till now. This is like that. So this is the align self property. Self or individually aligning an item which will help you out So now let's move on to the last thing. Again, an example. I've used some emojis. One second. So perfect. As you all can see, all are aligned in a single row. So now, what are we going to cover now? As you all can see, this is the default setup. So now, this is a default setup of display flex. Now, let's have some dot box and flex one, and dot box 2 flex s2. See what has happened. The leftover space has been divided, has the available space being used by single item is being given doubled to the item number 2. See the response. As I told you, it is a very responsive system, so they have adjusted accordingly. The item number 2 have taken twice the space of the rest of the items. Now we will do one thing. Let's do. Let's have only two items. So as you all can see, as we have given already the flex 2 to the item number 2, the space available is the item number 2 have utilized twice the space compared to the item number 1. Now we'll have flex 2 will have one second. So what does it mean? So for the box 1 we have given flex 1, and for the box 2, as you all can see, flex 1 is the shorthand for flex grow, flex shrink, and flex basics. Sorry. So number 1, the first digit is for flex grow, second is for flex shrink, and the third zero is for flex basics. So as above, we can write simply as flex 110. It means flex grow as 1, flex shrink as 1, and the flex basis as 0. We will I will explain you more in some time. Flex basics means the default size of the element before remaining space is distributed. So let me tell you one second. See what I've given. I have now written completely as flex basics. Flex basics is the default size of the element before remaining space is distributed. If we give it alone, it will only take the pixels we give it like below. What we have given? We have given Flex Basics, the box one Flex Basics as 400 px, and the second as 300 px. So they have, what they have taken there, this one have 400 px, this one have 300 px. Now Flex Grow. What is Flex Grow? Flex Grow means how to distribute the free space between items. Like in above situation, we have a lot of free space. So let's give Flex Flex Grow. So let's have two here. Flex Grow have one. So save it. So as you all can see, item number one has used twice the space available, irrespective of item number two. So as you all can see that that twice the available space has been used by the item number one compared to the item number two. What the free space, what the available free space was there. So moving on to the next thing, Flex Grow, as what we have got now. Flex Shrink. What is Flex Shrink? Shrink, as you all can, as the name says, the ability of an item to shrink in the preparation proportion which less space is there will come into play when we go to mobile layout. So let's have flex shrink as 5, and the level flex shrink will have 1. Save it. Now changing the view to mobile layout, you can understand how this functionality is working. See, one second. See. This is how Flex Shrink, Flex Grow, and Flex Basics align themselves. So by now we have completed the Flex box. Tomorrow we will be coming up with CSS Grid, which is again a very important property and which will help you a lot. So I hope by now you all have cleared the things. Tomorrow we will be available at 2:30 p.m. only. So by now, take care. Have a great day.